Hi brothers and sisters, how are you? Today it's going to be sigil time. We're going to learn how to make a sigil. Now, what is a sigil? A sigil is a magical representation, a magical form that we're creating that represents some sort of desire or something that you want to create in your life. A sigil works on our subconscious mind. Remember that I spoke in other videos how a spell needs the conscious and the subconscious, the masculine, the feminine. Magic and manifestation of magic is the union of masculine, feminine, conscious, subconscious. Now, creating a sigil, when we create a sigil, it works on our subconscious mind. Now, I'm going to explain more as we go, okay? So, I'm going to just explain simply how to create a sigil right now. Super, super easy. Do it with me. So, first of all, sigils are all around us. You know how we look at the symbol of Target or McDonald's. They're all sigils. They work on our subconscious mind and they literally affect us without even knowing it. So sigils are all around us. People who are, unfortunately controlling this world know all about magic. So it's time that we all know about magic so that we're not going to be controlled anymore. Simple. We're gonna start with like a very basic, silly desire. Okay. I wish for a blue car. So what we're gonna do, you can see this good. So what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna take out all the vowels. We're gonna take all the vowels out from what we wrote, from the desire that we wrote on a piece of paper. Try to make your desire very focused, very simple. Don't have like a lot of barriers to it. For example, I want a blue new car with orange stripes. Okay, that's okay, but don't give it too many desires. Okay, you can get it. It's just gonna take more time. It's gonna be more difficult for the universe to kind of create it. I would say stick with very simple things. Okay, but be precise. Now, be careful of having a sigil about a certain person. For example, I want to marry Rick. No, you don't want to do that. You want to ask the universe, I want to marry the best man suitable for me, or something like that. Try to really be careful with desires that have to do with other people. You don't want to affect other people's energies in a harmful way. Okay, so let's take out all the vowels from over here. Taking out the vowels. No. Okay. Now, capital letters work better. So all the letters that remain, we're going to write them down in capital form. So we have W, we have an S, we have an H, F, R. So if we have double letters, we're not going to write two R's. We're just going to do one R. We got a C here, and we got an L and a B. Okay, perfect. Now, we're going to play with them. We're going to take all these letters and we're going to create a magical form. It could be whatever suits you. Just play with it, have fun with it. I usually like to put some music, put a candle on, set the nice atmosphere and just really focus and enjoy the process of creating the sigil. Feel this desire inside of you and have fun with it. Don't forget to have fun with it. People are so just always forgetting to have fun with things. It's very important. Okay, so we're going to play with these letters and create a magical form, whatever looks like a magical form to us. I'm just going to do a quick one here just to show you how it can look. It's not going to be perfect, sorry. Let's say I'm going to start with my W, and I kind of see an S in the W as well. So I'm going to delete these two. Gonna take an L. Let's see what we're gonna do here. H. Let's do this. And I already can see an F here as well. And then let's do this also kind of looks like an R. So I'm gonna take the R out. This here looks like a C. Take it out. Try to make it as simple as possible. Don't go crazy with your sigils, making them super complicated. The subconscious mind works on simplicity. The conscious mind works on very complicated things, wants more details and everything. No, subconscious, you want to work with the subconscious now. Simple, simple, simple. Don't go crazy. Just have fun with it, remember, and see what looks magical to you. And then I see an L here as well, so I'm going to delete the L. And I also see a B. See this? It kind of looks like a B. Now I'm going to take this form that I created and I'm going to simplify it even more. Let's simplify it a little bit more. So let's see. We have this, and we have this, and we have this. I'm going to take this out. Maybe I'll add like a little bit here. I kind of like this form. This looks nice. Okay. Let's say this is the sigil that I picked for myself. Let's delete this. All right, this is my sigil. You'll see that? Very simple. Now I'm going to take this sigil and I'm going to charge it. Hi guys. Okay, so now we're going to talk about charging our sigil. We have this magical form that we've created and we want to charge it with energy. So, I mean, that's the most important part right now. I like to pre-charge the sigil, which means right after I create it, I write it on a piece of paper, like a little tiny piece of paper, and I pre-charge it. And there are a few ways to pre-charge it, and I'm gonna go over them right now. And when I say pre-charge is this, I'm charging my sigil with all the energies in the ways that I'm gonna go over right now. And then I'm putting the sigil aside. I erase the original wish that I've had. I don't want to remember that. I'm putting the form, the sigil that I created aside. Give it some time. The most important thing, because I explained that sigils work on your subconscious mind, you don't want to be thinking about them. You don't want to give your conscious mind any room to keep thinking about it and desiring. So if I wanted my blue car, and I make the sigil and I keep thinking, I want a blue car, I want a blue car, I want a blue car. I don't let the sigil and the magic, I don't give it space. I don't give it room to actually manifest. Okay? So we want to forget about the sigil. That is the step that most people forget and they don't do. And it's kind of hard to do because if you really want a blue car, it's kind of hard to forget that you want a blue car. But trust me, this is something you want to forget. You want to make this step. So put the sigil aside for a few weeks. You can even make a few sigils for a few desires at one time. Put them all aside until you forget about them. You forget what the form was for, like the desire and the form, you know what I mean. So just forget about it, okay? And then after a few weeks, you take the sigil again, you look at this shape that you created, and you don't remember the original desire that it was meant for, okay? That's what we want. Now, so to pre-charge the sigil, once you create it and you still remember what the desire is, sit in your room, light a candle, put some music, get into a meditative state, focus on your desire, focus on what you want with love, with joy. I'm going to keep telling you to have fun with it all the time because it's the simplest thing and we always forget it, okay? That's why, like, children have a really strong power for manifestation because they are having fun with everything that they do, okay? It's very easy for them to have fun. So we have to remember to have fun. So sit in your room. You know, sometimes I like to just dance my ass off, get into a state of trance, like literally a trance, and I hold my sigil and I just charge the shit out of it. I just focus on my intention and I have fun with it, and I put all my energy goes through my hand into this form, into this shape. That's the pre-charge, where I give it all the energy and all the love and all the fun. I put it aside for a while, I forget about it. I go back to it and then I charge it again. Now we're gonna do another charging of the sigil. This says nothing on it, it's just to show you what to do right now. Okay, so we have a few ways of charging a sigil. I'm going to go through a few of them, the ways that I like to do it best. If you want to create your own ways to charge a sigil, go for it, but these are the main ways to do it. Obviously, number one, orgasm. Yes, sex is the most powerful thing, so you want to take your sigil. You can do it alone or you could do it with a partner. It doesn't matter. If you're doing it alone and you're in bed and you're masturbating, take that sigil, look at it while you're orgasm, focusing on that sigil. Just look at it and focus all your energy into that sigil. And I like to feel that my orgasm is like exploding into the sigil and then exploding into the universe. Just let it out, okay? Don't focus on anything else. Don't think about other things, not your boss, not your ex-boyfriend, not nothing. Focus on the sigil to channel all the energy of your orgasm into this sigil, okay? To charge it. And then what I like to do, if I use orgasm, which is my favorite way of charging a sigil, by the way, I take the sigil, I usually burn it. I love burning. I think fire is so powerful and so amazing. And I take a little bowl. Of course, you use fire. Be careful with fire, especially with magic. I always say that. Usually like to burn it with either a white candle or a black candle. Depends on the desire. You can also another time I'm going to talk about colors. So I always like to kind of use the color of the candle. You know, it kind of like goes together with what you wish for and the energy. If you want to banish something away from you, if you want to attract something to you, the colors do matter. Not so much, but I like to just use all the powers I get from everywhere. So I light this, I let it burn, I look at it while it's burning, I enjoy it, and I just release it and forget about it. Again, forget about the magic you just did. Now, because we forget about our sigils, I recommend to have a little notebook. Write down in your notebook the date, the sigil that you created, and the intention, the desire that it was for. Obviously, don't look at it when you're charging it, and just leave it. Just leave it for a few months. You don't have to look at it again. Maybe later in the future you can look at it, but it's nice to have a little journal of it, because obviously we need to forget about it. It also helps forgetting about it, because you know it's written somewhere if you ever need to look at it. Okay, so this was orgasm. Way of charging a sigil. Best way to charge a sigil, in my opinion. The next one is going to be fire. Just, you can skip the orgasm altogether and just immediately take the sigil, burn it, and let the fire do its magic on your sigil. Fire is amazing. I love fire. And then remember, again, let it go. Forget about it. If it's a magic for something that you want to banish, for example, if it's, let's say you did a sigil for, I don't want this person in my life anymore. Be careful with that as well. You want to make sure that you always say with no harm done. You send them love. You don't want to hurt anyone, God forbid. But so if it's you, for example, you want to banish poverty from your life, don't throw the ashes of the fire into your sink or into your bathroom. Take it far away and just throw it somewhere far away from your house. And if it's something that you want to pull into your life, like a blue car or, love, then go ahead and you can bury it in your backyard. You can throw it in your sink, whatever. You can keep it in the surroundings of your house. Now, dancing. Dancing is another one of my favorite ways to charge a sigil and to create magic generally, even without sigils. Those who know me know I love to dance, and I dance like a crazy person, and I just really, really go wild when I dance. I go deep, like I just go into a complete trance when I dance, like I'm in a different zone. So dancing is an amazing way to charge a sigil, to focus and to meditate and to really just an amazing way to create magic in your life, dancing, just going crazy with it. So remember, because the goal that we have with magic is to get into an ecstatic state of trance. We want to touch the subconscious mind. Okay, that's how magic works. It works with the subconscious mind. We use the conscious mind to create the sigil, remember, with the letters and thinking about it and focusing about it, but then we have to let it go and use the subconscious mind to help create the sigil. So that's why I also expanded in my last video. That's why everything is magic. That's why sex is magic, because it's a combination of masculine and feminine, conscious and subconscious. Remember this. And some of you don't really get it yet, but you will. Trust me, slowly you will. Once you start experimenting with these energy, you will get it. I trust you. We're all witches and wizards, and we all do magic all the time. Just depends how we use it, with what intention, and we have to be aware of it. And remember, sigils are all around us all the time, and they affect us, and they're brainwashing us. So it's really great to create more sigils of our own and take our power back with magic, and also creating more sigils of your own. Well, I find, and like I kind of feel it in my own life, you start being affected by sigils around you, maybe with low vibration or with really bad intentions. Things can't really brainwash you so much anymore. This world, you kind of like start, when you do magic in the right way, you start observing this world in a totally different way, and you have so much more power. We always had the power, we just forgot it. So magic really, really helps discovering who you really are and your true power and what you can do and what you can change in the world. So please, please use your powers to create love and to create light and to create truth, and really be fucking honest with yourself all the time. It's okay. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. Doing shadow work is really discovering all the crazy parts in us. And it's always important, especially when you do conscious magic, to always do shadow work, to always look at your ego and always be honest with yourself about who you are and what your intentions are and what you want to create. So I love you all so much, and I hope that helps. You can always write me and ask me questions. Please feel free to ask me questions. I would love to answer and help with anything that has to do with sex magic and the divine masculine and feminine powers, and the divine mother, which I serve. So I'm a servant of the mother, and I pray for the awakening of all men and women on planet Earth. I love you so much. Have fun with magic.